Hi everybody, we're gonna do beef tip and gravy tonight. So you can either do this in the oven on your stove top. The first thing you need to do is cut up a couple peppers and an onion, dice it, and I'll be back. Okay, the next thing you need is either a Dutch oven or a pan that has a tight fitting cover or lid, and if it can go in the oven or not. So I'm doing mine in the oven. So I'm gonna set my oven to 350. And you're gonna put some oil in your pan, and you're gonna saute the peppers and onions first. So here's mine. Get my hair out of the way today. Okay, you're gonna drop in your peppers and onions. And get those sauteing. The next thing you need, come over this way now, is you're gonna need a package of stew meat, some flour, some Lipton's onion soup, and either a little milk or buttermilk. Now, if they're bigger than this, I cut them in half. So you'll get 2 pieces. And if there's any like little fat, I cut that off. So let me get this done. And we're sauteing the peppers and onions. And as soon as I get that done, I'll be back. Okay, I got my beef ready. So with your buttermilk or milk, you're just gonna put a little drizzle on it. And then you're just gonna mix that up. Just so the meat is a little wet. So like that. Then take a teaspoon of garlic powder and onion powder and place it in there. These are almost done. So some garlic powder and a teaspoon of onion powder. Now take your Lipton onion soup mix and sprinkle that on. And then get a half a cup of flour, or a little less. Just start with a little. You just want to coat your meat. Okay, let's come over here. Okay, my peppers and onions are done. So scoop them out. And I just put them on my lid. You have to be money drop the spatula. Clumsy hands today. Get everything out. Now, if you need to add a little bit more oil, go ahead. I'm just gonna add like a tablespoon. Now you're gonna drop your meat in. And this is just one package, so if you're gonna double it, just double all your ingredients. And you're gonna want this to brown. You might have to do it in 2 batches. I'm gonna wait and do it in 2 batches just to get everything. So you're gonna brown these. And then just get an extra bowl out for these. Get these browned up. and I'm on about a 5. So if you're gonna do this in the oven with the Dutch oven, just have your top, and it's gonna cook for like an hour and a half, 2 hours at 350. You're gonna have to check your liquid also. If you're doing it stovetop, have a tight lid on it, and you don't want a vent hole in your lid. And on the stove top, it could go for about an hour and a half. You want it on like a 3 or a 4. And you just have to check the tenderness of your beef the way you like it. I always use my Dutch oven because I know after 2 hours the meat, it just pulls apart. Okay, so once you got that brown, take it out and put your next batch in. Just gotta put a little bit more oil in for that batch. Okay. And if there's any flour or the onion soup, put it in, because that's gonna help with your gravy. Okay, let that cook up. And then you're gonna get some either water or beef broth. I'm gonna do half and half. Okay, so remember I used this. And I'm gonna start with 3 cups. Okay, once that's brown, put them in your bowl. So with a little of the beef broth, pour it in and scrape your sides. Okay, once you have your sides scraped, you're gonna put in your onions and peppers. Kind of mix those in. then turn it up to high. You're gonna get this to start boiling. You're gonna drop your meat in. And the rest of your broth. And you want it just to cover your meat. So I use the 3 cups. Get this to almost to a boil so you can put it in your oven. And then after an hour, check to be sure you still have enough liquid in your pan. And you can check your tenderness, but it's usually about an hour and a half to get it tender, because that's a tough meat. Okay, so I'm almost boiling, so put your top on. And put it in your oven, 350, middle rack. And set your timer for about an hour. And then just come and check your liquid. If you need to put more, you can put more beef broth or just water in it. And then check it after an hour and a half. And I'll be back. Okay, my hour went up. So I'm just gonna check the tenderness. Okay, I'm just gonna do another half hour, so that'd be an hour and a half. I still have enough liquid. I might just put a half a cup of water in. Okay, put it in for another half hour. Set your timer. Okay, and at this time I'm just gonna peel my potatoes for mashed potatoes and get a veggie to put on. Okay, and I'll be back. Okay, we'll just give you a peek of Burgie while our potatoes are boiling. Ah. He says, hurry up, I'm hungry. Huh? Yeah. It's not dinner yet. You gotta wait. You gotta wait. So there's Burgie today. Okay, when you have about 10 minutes left, get some cornstarch. Just get a little bowl. And put in about 2 tablespoons. Then you're gonna grab your pan out of the oven. I'm gonna check my meat too. I'm gonna make the gravy. It's hot. Let's get in there. Try another piece. Yeah. Okay. Then you're gonna take a little of the juice out and put it in your bowl. I'm just using a ladle. And stir that up. Whisk it around. More. Okay, now you're going to pour this back in. And stir it up. And at this time you can put some salt and pepper in. Ooh, might have to get some more pepper. Oh, there we go. Okay, and mix it all up, and then you're just going to put it in for the rest of your time. I'm just going to keep it in till my potatoes are done and I get them mashed. Stir that up good so it'll start thickening up. Okay, and I'll be back when I get everything done. Okay, my buzzer just went off. Let me pull this out. Okay, let me get a plate so I can cut a piece of meat. This is Bargie's, and you can see it just, oops, sorry, it's fork tender. Needs another little piece. There we go. Alrighty, so there's beef tip and gravy. And thank you again for subscribing, watching, and sharing. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe and look at the previous video for the contest. We're getting there. We're 161, we need 200. So you all have a good evening, and I'll be back tomorrow with something else new.